They thought she was just another recruit, until she whispered, "Remember who I am." That was the moment the world around them shifted. No one in the sun-bleached training yard expected trouble that morning. Birds traced lazy arcs over the barracks, dust rolled quietly across the ground, and 6 bored soldiers leaned against a fence, as if the day belonged to them. But the moment the young female recruit stepped into the clearing, their laughter sharpened, circling her like predators sensing weakness. Within seconds, the confrontation erupted, loud, public, and dangerously close to something no one could take back. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The tallest soldier, Vargas, kicked a pebble toward her boots and smirked. "Lost, rookie?" he asked, his voice dripping with the confidence of someone who believed the ground bent beneath his steps. The others joined in, blocking her path, their shadows merging into a wall of arrogance. She didn't flinch, she simply breathed, slow, steady, and glanced at the sunlight glinting off their dog tags. Her hands trembled, just enough for only the closest eye to see, as if held back by something deeper than fear. Inside her, a memory throbbed, a corridor filled with smoke, a commander's last words, a promise she had whispered over ashes. She had come here to start over, not to resurrect the legend she once was. But they didn't know, and she hoped they wouldn't have to. "Come on," another soldier taunted. "At least tell us your name." For a moment, she debated walking away. Step aside, let it go, keep the past buried. But Vargas reached out and flicked the edge of her sleeve, exposing the faint ridge of a scar running down her forearm. A scar every veteran from a certain battlefield would recognize. A scar no ordinary recruit should bear. A murmur rose from the trainees watching from the far side of the yard. One older mechanic, polishing a wrench beside the vehicle shed, froze mid-motion. The breeze stilled. Even the dust seemed to hesitate, as if sensing the shift in the air. "Don't touch me," she said softly. Vargas snorted. "What are you gonna do?" Her heart pounded once, just once before something inside her snapped free. A truth she had run from, a name she had tried to forget. "They will never understand who you are, unless you show them once," she remembered her old mentor saying. She thought she'd never see him again. She was wrong. She stepped forward, eyes locked on Vargas, and spoke so quietly, the sun itself seemed to lean in. "Do you really want to know who I am?" The 6 soldiers laughed. They shouldn't have. She moved, not wildly, not impulsively, but with a discipline that looked impossibly precise for someone supposedly new. Her feet planted with the certainty of a seasoned fighter. Her posture shifted, revealing the unmistakable stance used by a unit whispered about more in rumor than in records. The mechanic's wrench slipped from his hand and clattered against the concrete. "Wait. Hold on," one of the soldiers stammered, but she was already walking straight through their wall, unshaken. Her training surfaced like a rising tide, a pivot here, a deflection there. No strikes meant to hurt, only to warn, only to teach. The soldiers stumbled backward, shocked not by brutality, but by the fact that she controlled the entire encounter with calm, brilliant precision. Within 30 seconds, the arrogant ring around her had broken, scattered like startled birds. And then she whispered the sentence that silenced the yard. "Remember who I am." Recognition hit Vargas first. His face drained as he recalled a photo pinned on his former commander's office wall, a tribute to a soldier believed lost, a soldier whose acts of courage had shaped an entire platoon's survival, a soldier whispered about with reverence, never named aloud. The mechanic removed his cap. A few watching recruits straightened unconsciously. Even the wind returned, slipping through the trees as if relieved. She lifted her chin, blinking against the bright daylight. The confrontation was over, but a deeper truth settled onto the yard. Strength isn't loud, it isn't cruel, it doesn't need applause. It simply stands, quiet, steady, unmistakable. Vargas stepped forward, shame softening his voice. "Ma'am, we're sorry, we didn't know. You weren't supposed to," she replied. "Just be better than you were 5 minutes ago." A hush fell, and then gradually, respect rose in its place, earned not demanded. Because courage doesn't shout, it remembers, it rebuilds, and it rises when needed. And sometimes the world only recognizes a legend when the sun hits her scars just right. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful daytime stories told from the heart.